While writing the Principia Mathematica, Newton was said to have forgotten to eat, sleep, or bathe. Michelangelo used to be so engrossed in his paintings that he would forget to eat or sleep. Psychologists and productivity gurus believe that losing yourself in a task brings in the best of your creative abilities. They call it the flow state or being in the zone. Artists, musicians, and athletes are often known to get into their flow state. But the question is, can we, the average humans, hack into it? Can we teach our kids to hack into their flow state and extract the best of their creativity? That's what we're going to talk about today. Flow state was coined by the psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi in 1990. It's not just a theory. Neuroscientists have discovered that during this time, neocortex amps up dramatically, increasing the learning speed, and our prefrontal cortex temporarily shuts down. That's how our temporal concerns like the sense of time, sense of ourselves, food, sleep, even our critical self-judgment are turned off. We feel our best and perform our best. It happens to all of us sometime or the other. When did you last find yourself totally absorbed in an activity? For me, it happens when I go for a long run. For you, it could be while playing tennis, while cooking, or even while creating slides for a work presentation. You get so involved in that activity that nothing else seems to matter. Imagine if learning for kids happened while they are in their flow state. We don't have to wait for it to happen. To hack into it, we need to trigger 3 conditions that kicks in the flow state. First one, passion instead of instructions. At the end of the grade, if you ask a kid, what did you learn? You'll get answers like, lots of things. I don't remember everything. Kids can't even recollect what they learned during a day. And it's not their fault. Schools touch on a lot of topics at the surface level. There's no time or intent to go down a rabbit hole. If you think of it, schools are designed in a way to keep kids away from tapping into their flow state. Flow requires one to pick an area of their passion and immerse themselves deep in it, opposite to be told what to do. That's why self-pick projects are a hit with kids. Let kids pick what they want to learn. If they pick their own topic, they are more interested and more vested. One of the topics my 13-year-old picked was profiling in forensic science. Where did that come from? Later, I found out that one of her favorite superheroes was a forensic scientist in his normal life. You'll be amazed at what all kids want to explore. What do you prefer? Mastering a few topics or touching 50 things and remembering nothing? Moving on to our second condition for kicking in the flow state. While we are binging on a series or reading a gripping story, that's not your flow state. Consumption is different from creation. Schools and even colleges are consumption focused. Memorize what's in the textbooks, take down notes from lecture. It's all passive consumption of external stuff. Workplaces, on the other hand, are creation focused. You're supposed to come up with a strategy, build a roadmap, create a presentation. We can't expect kids to consume at school and then switch to create at workplace. Creation has to start from childhood. No one can learn swimming just by watching videos, even if it's the best swimming instructor teaching you. You have to step into the water. No matter how many textbooks they consume, learning won't happen until they apply it to the real life. If it's code, build a website and launch it. If it's writing, publish it. If it's science, do the experiment yourself. If it's algebra, buy some grocery and do the math. Creation gives us a sense of progress, which is a super important element of the flow state. After passion and creation, moving on to our third and final condition for creating the flow state. In schools, what's the motivation for kids to learn? Good grades. Why do I have to learn? I have to get good grades. The result is the motivation. But in the flow state, result isn't the motivation. It's the process itself. The activity must be challenging enough to keep them going. Too easy, they get bored and distracted. Too difficult, they get stressed and they quit. Designing the right challenges is the key. Gaming industry has it cracked. My 10-year-old loves to accept Roblox challenges from other experts. Although he's happy when he beats a challenge, it's not the result that keeps him going. It's the process itself. When psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi started his research on flow state, he was actually trying to discover how to control happiness levels intrinsically. In these times when our happiness level depend on school grades, work promotion, and release of a new season of our favorite series, hacking into the flow state is a superpower. Not just for grown-ups, also for kids.